Hello. Is audio good? Anyone? Someone comment, please. I know there's a little delay, but comment anyway. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Yes, no. Comment. Still loading. Comments are still loading. Why is this taking forever to load the comments? Yeah, good, nice. That's what I like to hear. I'm playing with this new system, guys, to work with me. I think I got the gist of it down, so pretty cool. So Bob was not in today. Yeah, it starts a little early. Just want to make sure that way if something did go wrong, I would still be able to adjust it in time. But Bob's not in today, so Bill and I will be in today. I will be answering some of your questions, and you can Bill can ask some questions too. Well, first thing start off. That's a cool new gun from Jag Precision. So kudos to them. It's a pretty cool gun. Echo and Platinum in gray. Freaking awesome. Key mod all over the place, and it's super lightweight. So if you guys saw our Instagram, I put something up about what I should do with this gun and how I should do it. So don't give me some crazy answer to make this gun shoot over 9,000 feet per second, because you know I can't do that. But if you want me to do high velocity, high rate of fire build at the same time, I can do that too. Based off products from airsoftgi.com and jagprecision.com. So yeah. Cool. Now we're just waiting for Bill. Live should start for another 8 minutes. Go ahead, grab some popcorn, grab some drink, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. And yeah, just gonna answer some questions. Gonna have my gun right here. Pretty cool. Yeah. I've never bought from GearBest. So grab popcorn, grab some chips, snacks, and stuff. Prepare your questions and whatnot. A Polar Star Crytek PDW. That sounds pretty cool, but considering Crytek has pretty damn good internals, I don't think I need to upgrade to a Polar Star. It's not really upgrading, but it's more like efficiency, but I still think knowing there's moving parts in my gun. David B. I sorry, I don't know how to pronounce last name. How much does it cost to send an LM4 to you guys? Whatever cost of whichever shipping agency you use, ask them how a normal box that fits it, and then pack it. Get the weight done. DH, Disposable Heroes? How have you guys not heard of them? Those guys are awesome. Anyway, I should do a high-speed TMAA-12. If I can get my hands on one, you know I would. The Ares Amoeba is pretty damn good gun, but I run this instead. I'm tossing a QRS stock on this, actually. Brian, are you watching? Brian F1, are you watching our live show? Text me if you are. So. Polar Star Spring Pistol. Then it wouldn't be a Spring Pistol anymore, would it be? The Tippmann M4 is a pretty cool gun. It's one of the few that's actually twin powered, or as car enthusiasts, like twin powered turbo or twin scroll turbo. But like twin powered, you can chance to use either HPA or CO2. It's pretty cool. FT9 Gaming, yes, I was at the Texas Grand Opening. It was awesome. I love the weather there. I actually only love the cold weather there. I was running around with the camera most of the time, and I was also playing at what's the field called? D14 Airsoft. Yeah. Okay, the Vesky NSR rail and DD Marq 18 rail are two different types of rail systems. So if I had accessories to run, like depending on how I have the gun set up, whether it's a block or if I just want a lightweight, high-speed gun, it all depends. I would run NSR. Why? Because it's stupidly lightweight. It's very slim, and Asians do have small hands. At least normal Asians do. No offense, but I like the NSR because it's super lightweight and super slim, and then for that, when you're speed shooting, it's just like quick transition from one location to another, blah 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 blah. But if I do have a Marq 18 rail on one of my other guns, it's I believe it's a GMP with a Voltor upper and a Colt lower, and I have that set up so that I have my pec box, canted iron sights, short dot, and a hand stop. So pretty cool. GI Tactical will sell version 3 Polar Star Jacks in the near future. Oops. Good DMR base. Echo 1 M16 is pretty good. Or you can do the Crytek SPR. That's pretty good. Electric Rollback AK. There's some on our website. Check it out. airsoftgi.com. More comments below. Bill should be coming in about 4 minutes. So. If I see someone run around with a pool noodle, I will shoot the pool noodle till it rips in pieces. Fort Ord, I know some of the guys that have played here. I haven't because it's more done for Milsim thing. I do play some Milsim games, but I prefer like just quick pickup games because while it's close to home, and when I'm done, I can just go home and drive and just relax and whatnot. I just like to be up close and personal and my shooting guns. So, can I have a game in the Carolinas? Maybe. Get a Crytek PDW over CA MP5. Yes. FT9 Gaming, I am not going to the BB Wars game Sunday. Why? Because I have a race on Saturday and I have to prep for that, so I will not be in Texas. Good DMR base under 250. Check out G&G. G&G Farhawks is a pretty damn cool gun. It's really short and it's stupidly loud. So back when it was just Airsoft plug-in or Zipper Factory, I had a short gun that was shooting about 35, 40 rounds a second, but with the best keys. So that thing, the amount of air volume produced out of that produced a loud popping sound after every shot. So it's pretty damn cool. How do I resolve the issue of my sector gear outrunning my piston? It's allowing the piston to catch again before fully firing. So you cause it to just fall out. Short stroke your gears. So look that up online. Just a heads up, any tech where you guys do to your guns, Airsoft GI is not, and GI Tactical is not responsible. If you do damage it, we offer advice. It's up to you on whether to do it or not. If you want us to do it, you can send it to our tech department, and also some of them will be covered under warranty depending on what's done. You can provide the parts as well if you need to. Damage that your L4 hub could just be damaged. I would just pick up a Maple Leaf one or get another one from KWA. How do I get custom name patches? Go to an Army surplus store. Usually they can embroider something for you. How much does it cost to ship to GI? Depends on what you're shipping to us. Oh, is it locked? My bad. Sorry.
It's toasty in there.
Yeah, the lights. It depends on what you're shipping to us. I mean, it depends if you're shipping like something like a small envelope, or if you're shipping us stuff, just go to your store and you just go to your normal shipping agency, whether it's USPS, UPS, and then just have to weight down everything going, and then they should be able to calculate.
Can you see the gun there? Almost 7.
Camouflage, bro.
Okay, scoot over, Mark.
Wait, we got 1 minute, so you're not supposed to talk for 1 minute.
Oh, whatever.
How would you upgrade a version? Whoa.
They disappeared.
It disappeared. I was reading something. Okay. Whoa. Come on. Come on.
Okay, well, anyway, it is 4:30, so now is the official start of our live show. I think Mark was in here earlier because there was an update, making sure everything was running fine. But welcome to our live show on June 23rd of 2015. I'm Bill, this is Mark, and we're going to be doing more of a Q&A session today. We haven't done one of these in a while. I really enjoy them because I like interacting with you guys, the fans. But before we get to that, a few announcements. Coupon code 2015 still in effect for 25% off. We still have BB Wars tickets on sale. However, we are starting to run low on them. So be sure to get those tickets if you want to play, BB Wars, BB Wars, Shadows of Fate, Sledgehammer, and Scorched Earth. They all begin with S's. That's why I was getting a little tongue-tied.
Let me catch you up there real quick, Bill. 25% off 2015 on non-mapped items.
Thank you. On items
in store too.
Yes, in store also. Let's see what else we have. We do also offer free shipping with orders over $80 using the coupon code GI free ship. Also, I want to note in those games for the BB Wars, we did get sponsors for Sledgehammer as well as Scorched Earth. They are officially sponsored by both PTS as well as Elite Force, and then G&G is our sponsor for Shadows of Fate. So be on the lookout for them. Follow their Instagram, Twitters, all of that stuff. They post up some really cool pictures of cool guns and stuff like that. Now, also, we are going to, I'm going to just give you a little sneak peek, we are going to be having a special mystery box for 4th of July. I just want to hint at that so you guys can be ready for it. It's going to be totally awesome. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget, we do also ship globally. So all of our friends, I always see in the comments that say, like, hi from the Netherlands or from the UK or whatever. We do ship to you. So be sure to use the global checkout button to make sure you can get your items to you wherever you are in the world, except North Korea. They've been bad. We don't like them.
Let me catch up. For the global shipping, all you gotta do is simply add the items to your cart and don't hit the normal checkout button, hit the blue global checkout button. From there, it will take you to a different website, and you can also calculate shipping. That's not completing your order yet, so you just calculate shipping, and if you want to know how much it costs, and from there, you can then complete your order. It's very simple. So we've done all the math for you.
Solid. Now, also, one thing I wanted to mention is that we recently unveiled a new feature on AirsoftGI.com, and hopefully we should be getting it on GI Tactical very soon. It is a new compare feature. So if you go onto the website and you look at, whatever, you were looking at different guns and gear, there's going to be a little box that you could check that says compare underneath the image. So click on that, whatever items you want to, and then click, there's going to be a big green, I believe it just says compare. You click that, it's going to list all the items you checked side by side with their stats. So you can pick what guns or gear match your budget or what you are looking for. So another awesome feature only at AirsoftGI.com. So be sure to check that bad boy out. Let's see, what else am I going to say? Oh, something I also wanted to point out is for all of our fans of the BB Wars universe, be sure to check out, we do have the faction patches for both the Rebel side and the Imperial side. They are only $5. So remember, show your pride, and, especially the Imperials. I like Imperials because Empire strong. Anyway, I'm trying to think, is there anything else going on in the land of Dartles? I believe that's everything. Oh, one more thing is, this was on the tip of my tongue. In about 3 weeks, I believe it's about 3 weeks, we are going to be having a G&G Appreciation Weekend in Virginia. So it is on July 11th. We're going to be having a big sale with raffle and everything at GI Tactical in Virginia. There's going to be price drops, 25% off, bunch of totally awesome stuff. And then the cool part is that the next day, I believe it's $25 for the ticket, there is going to be the appreciation game going on at X Zone. And I've never played X Zone, but from everything Bob has told me, it's a totally awesome field. So be sure to check that out. And, I mean, there's always a chance for free stuff. So that's one reason to go right there.
X Zone's an amazing field. I actually almost got lost. I crawled through X Zone. I think I walked around twice because I didn't know where I was going, and didn't really encounter anyone.
Lost.
I got lost. Really, there's a church nearby too. I reached the church, and I'm just going around in a circle. It's a great fun field. Bill loves all the mill stuff, and his camouflage will work pretty damn well.
Because I like green.
Yeah.
Oh, also one thing I want to note: our friends currently in California, I believe our walk-in store is still closed for remodel, or is it?
Let me refresh that. For those of you in SoCal, the walk-in store is open, but the front door is closed. It's confusing.
For
yes,
remodeling.
I know, for remodeling. But if our store is still open, so if you need ammo, BBs, or anything you normally find at our store, it's still available there. You just have to go from the front door to the left side towards our main gate, as if it was a big sale, and then we have the back gate open for normal sales.
Okay, perfect.
And you can shoot too.
That's what I want to make sure. And then one final thing, don't forget Wednesday nights are team nights. So show up with your team, meet a team. There's awesome deals going on. All of our stores from, I believe it's 5 to 7 p.m. in their respective time zones. So check that out on Wednesdays. And I believe that actually covers pretty much all of our promotions. I hope all of you guys are coming out to BB War Shadows of Fate and Fight for the Empire because I'm burping. I'm going to be there.
You just had lunch.
I did have lunch. It was delicious. I had steak. But well, real quick there, let's show them something. I want to. I've been dying to show this.
Wait,
because,
let's give them something else. Should we do that, or should we talk about the G&G?
well, they're going to be seeing a video on the G&G soon.
Okay, I mean.
That's right. We have some full videos on coming on some new G&G
Show
guns. So be sure to show which one.
Just show them the G&G now.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking
Such
about.
as this one, the 300 bot. This is the GC16 300 bot. With it, I mean, we added a few things, but this thing right here, be on the lookout for a full video soon. This is the new MIT unit, which I don't know if some of you guys saw. Is that one that has like there's a laser tag feature kind of thing. It counts your BBs per second, FPS, and also functions as a tracer unit. So totally awesome. I haven't tried this thing out. I think we're going to bring this bad boy up to GamePod. I'll have to grab some tracer BBs and just test out how well it works. But overall, I did an overview on this thing. I really like it. Very solid gun. So be on the lookout for this one. Coming soon at Airsoft GI and GITV.
Did we mention this contester velocity?
That's why I said FPS.
So that's pretty cool. Don't have to worry about chrono. Speaking of chronos, before Bill wants, I know Bill wants to jump to that.
Yeah. Well, I'll get this one prepped.
Okay, speaking of chronos, we got a new chrono that's going to come in. So the X-Cortec chronos are pretty badass. So,
they actually had these at American Milsim, and they're really cool. I really like them.
Well, I just dropped it all. So it's new chrono, and it reads pretty damn well, and it's better. It's also wireless.
Yeah, and I think it actually you can mount it on your rail system, so you can have it mounted and you can see the FPS right in front of you as you're testing the gun. So that's a really cool feature. I'm glad we got these in. These are really nice chronos, and like I said, they're using it at American Milsim's Broken Home, which cost pride. But really, really good, really accurate. I really like them. Very solid. I don't think it's got batteries in it. You need to charge it. But another cool thing at Airsoft GI, and then let's see. Let's just show off these because I used to run a grenade launcher. These are new from Lancer.
Yeah, Lancer.
Lancer Tactical, and they come in a there's two totally wide array of sizes depending on how many BBs you want to spray at people. So let's see, is this one for the capacity? This one's 60 rounds, and then this one is 120 rounds. So as you can see, you have about double the size, double the amount of rounds.
There's 6, 7 different models too.
So
different size, different lengths. So it's pretty cool. I went back in with Airsoft Playground. One of the stupid things I did. I was like, what, 11? Instead of putting this in a grenade launcher,
you just run around. You hold it like that.
I had 4 of these. I'm like, gah! Right against someone's face.
That's just rude.
But that was then we were all wearing face masks because it was a big boy game, it was a private game, so we all agreed. It's like, okay, cool, let's just do it just for the fun of it, and then boom.
But yeah, those are really cool because I actually used to run an M203 grenade launcher until I just started being like, it's too heavy. And well, I mean, which is funny because now I run an LM4 primarily, which with all the mags,
but at least
like
the weight's
really
balanced.
Well, it's on my body; it's not being carried by my arms. So, and then now finally, I've been dying to get this. The week before this one, I kept asking our shipping department, are they in yet? Are they in yet? Are they in yet? Well, guess what? It's in. This is, well, get your face out of the way. This is the new PTS Masada. We also got the EPM mags. It does come with obviously the EPM mag. But overall, I really like this thing. It's very lightweight compared to my LM4. But one thing I do like is that I know the LM4s had sometimes an issue. You had to modify them before they came pre-modded from the factory. You weren't able to power stroke them. Well, these ones, you can power stroke, which is a nice feature. But, I mean, you have an ambidextrous bolt release right here. And then for you lefties out there, it is also ambidextrous in terms of the mag release. The one thing that I have noticed, though, is I have a habit of still using my thumb to release the magazine because that's how all M4s are. But this thing shot really well. We shot it behind the building, so this is another one. Be on the lookout for a full video on. I really like it. Surprisingly accurate. And the thing is, its cyclic rate is higher than that of an LM4 because the bolt is about half the size. Because obviously you don't have a buffer tube, so you don't have this bolt that takes up the entire receiver. So shoots faster than an LM4, and overall, I really like it. I can't wait to do the video on this thing. Mark, thoughts?
I want to take it apart and see if I can make it shoot like 700 feet per second.
I'm sure you probably can. You can pretty much do
So it's a pretty balanced rifle in regards to weight.
There you go.
I was waiting for you to do that. So pretty cool.
And
has all the same features as the Masada you'd find on AEG, except this one's gas blowback. And I think this is much more affordable than if you had to buy the Masada and then you buy the Beta Project gas blowback.
Yeah, I think it was because the original one's pretty expensive, and the Beta Project kit was like an extra $200-300.
And sometimes the Beta Project kit, when they fit, you have to like sand just a bit if you want to fit properly. So if you don't know how to do that, you could mess it up.
But another thing I really like that's worth mentioning is this one comes with a what was called, or still is called, a cup seal mod. Now, I haven't been able to check the LM4s lately. I don't know if they're still coming with that rubber O-ring on the back, but these ones have more of it's like a yellowish, well, it's a cup shape basically, and you get a better overall air seal, and you get a more FPS consistency, and basically more reliability and better gas efficiency. I've had my LM4 modded to do that, so I could get through mags without any issues. But this comes with it pre-installed, which is really cool, and I have to check the new LM4s because I'm not sure if they're coming with that pre-done yet or not. But overall, I'm really excited about this thing. This thing's really freaking cool, and if I remember correctly, I think they're going to be coming out with extra barrels. So there's going to be, should be like a CQB one, as well as a like more of a DMR, like 18.5-inch length one, because like the real Masada, this one is you remove the handguard, and it's a quick change barrel system. So if you have one of these, all you got to do is change the barrel if you're going from CQB, if you're going to the field, or whatever you so choose. But overall, I really like it. Oh, and the charging handle can be switched back and forth depending on what hand you shoot with. So those are just a taste of some of the new products. We have gotten over 1,200 items restocked here, so because the ports finally opened up. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but a lot of stuff was out of stock because it was being held up at the ports because there was a strike. But
don't think bacon or pizza.
Someone asked us last week. I went bacon.
There you go. Here's your answer.
But other than that, that's pretty much all of not all of them. I mean, we have tons of new stuff, but some of the highlights that I was personally really excited for. But this is a Q&A session, so figure right now, why don't you guys throw out some of your, I already did that, train. Why don't you guys send out some of your questions, and we'll see what we can answer for you. Can you stump Mark? That is the question.
Can you stump me? Huh?
I hate that train.
What is this?
It's like Mark's first day on the internet or something.
No, I like how it just automatically blocks it.
I'm gonna wait for the questions. M1 Garand. Now, if someone came up with like a 6mm gas blowback that, I mean, if it held only 8 BBs and had the clip that went bing, I would totally buy that. But the thing is, I know airsofters, like, it's really hard to hit people with only 8 BBs because, you know, BBs, how they act, they don't always go the same trajectory every time. Although I will say I would love to own a real M1 Garand. They're just really expensive. Oh, I want one so bad.
David B., you asked a question about the KWA LM4 hop-up unit not working. That's probably because the tensioner is, I believe, made out of copper, if not
it's brass.
So the metal characteristics of that is not very high. If you want to upgrade it, you can either get another KWA LM4, which is fine because they're designed to last a while, or you can get the Maple Leaf one, which is, I believe, is made out of stainless steel, which has more density, so it's designed to last longer and provide a more consistent amount of pressure on top of the bucking.
And the bucking is actually also an upgrade from the standard KWA. So actually, I would highly recommend just buying the Maple Leaf bucking. It comes with a bucking and the tensioner. That's pretty much all you need. And the thing is, you'll get a better increase in range, consistency, and overall your gun will function better. Pretty much everyone in the department that owns an LM4, we have all changed over to that Maple Leaf bucking because it is so awesome. And the thing is, once you drop it in, don't think that is a complete drop-in and then it's going to be perfect. Usually you do have to just do some very minute adjustments on the tensioner itself, but there's plenty of tutorials out there on the internet. So I recommend watching those before dropping it in, and then, then put it in, tension it, adjust it. Or you can send it to us for to have us install it, and also at the same time, the gun will be disassembled and tuned anyway. And it's I believe it's still only the $45 maintenance upgrade package.
David B, if the Maple Leaf isn't adjusting it well, it might not be the hop up and bugging. It might be the adjustment knob on the outside.
Those can get worn down. Mine's gotten worn down before because I played with it too much.
What's up, Brian from Echo One?
Hi, Brian.
You missed the beginning. Thank you for the gun, by the way. I really like it.
I actually really like this one too. And Mark, I don't think you actually own that. I think Jack's just letting you borrow it.
Brian gave it to me, so it's pretty cool.
What?
These guys are pretty cool. They know how to hook us up, and for sure I'll be running this at BB Wars. So pretty cool. Besides the fact that my optic is damaged. Someone mentioned something. Oh, I'm not sure if Bill mentioned before I jump back. Is the PTS Masada is available. If you pre-order it, it's going to go out soon, and our shipment has arrived, so those will go out as well. You can find it on airsoftgi.com.
Oh, that was also one thing I forgot to mention. It is the same hop-up unit as the KWA LM4. We haven't tested it yet, though, but, I mean, if it is the same, it should be able to take the Maple Leaf bucking and tensioner. But we have to hand one off to one of our techs so they can basically take it apart and see how it ticks. But overall, thing's great.
So.
Can you suggest a good CO2 pistol sidearm? Yes,
Elite
I
Force.
can. Elite Force 1911 A1. It's only $99.99. Personally, I like that one because I like the old school one. But if you're more of a tactical person, there is going to be the 1911 TAC, which I believe is that one's $120, right?
Just a few bucks more.
It's a few bucks more. It's two-tone tan and black, and then it uses a CO2 cartridge in the magazine. But I really like my Elite Force 1911. Thing's great, shoots amazing. It's perfect for outdoor. So if you're going outdoor, definitely look at one of those. However, if you're an indoor player, I'd recommend looking at a green gas pistol just because it's going to be under that 350 FPS mark.
Someone commented SHS versus Riot SC DSG. I could go really technical with you, but the fact that
technical.
SHS, the type of metal used for SHS is not of the highest quality, and then their processing is not that great. Riot SC or Siege Tech. Riot SC was before Siege Tech came. Before they switched to Siege Tech. They're made out of chromium molybdenum, so they're made one of the highest quality metals out there, and the density is pretty high too. So they're designed specifically, if you buy the whole gear set, they're designed to mesh properly. The two-piece design that uses screws I believe on old SHS DSGs, I may be wrong though, but they do tendency to break. Right SC DSGs are made out of much better material and design to last longer, but you have to remember to shim it properly. Calculate amount of spring tension that you need, as well as amount of resistance as the gun cycles, the way of the piston, the amount of the airflow that goes through to prevent it from catching onto the piston as well. So that's my experience. I would always run with high quality. It's like you wouldn't put a Honda part in your German car or your VW or BMW. Why would you do that? You wouldn't put a China part in something that you're gonna run OEM, which is gonna be run a lot better. So you gotta do your research, and then you gotta figure out what's more suitable. I mean, if you can't afford the right DSG, SSS will work, but I can't guarantee that it'll last a long time. It will break.
Okay, see, this is why I just tell Mark what parts do I buy, and then give him my gun and parts. Because I'm like, it doesn't shoot. What do I do? So I give it to him. I wanted to point this out. SRK Airsoft. I'm from Tennessee. Good job. I'm from Tennessee and going to California for BB Wars on Sunday at GamePod. Which side will you be on?
Oh,
I am going to be on the Imperial side along with Field Marshal Dan. And then Bob is obviously going to be leading the Rebels with the guys, Josh, and who's the other guy coming from G&G?
I can't remember his name. I forgot.
Useless. Well, the guys from G&G are also going to be there. They're going to be on the Rebel side. So let us know what side you're going to be on, because I'm curious, and be sure to come say hi to us, because it's always nice to see fans come from pretty far away for our game events. So I'm I'm totally excited for it. I'm looking forward
Totes
to
my
it.
goats.
Yep, totes my goats. We are leaving actually Friday to do some, and when we get up there, we're going to be doing some prep work. And then we are definitely looking forward to playing on Saturday and
Jordan
Sunday.
is his
Jordan,
name.
I knew it was a J.
I knew it was a J.
So Josh and Jordan are also going to be there. Let me see the mouth.
Do you guys like JG? They're okay.
Their JG bartends are very good because they're based off of it.
Marcus giving me a lecture, Bill is completely lost.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Multicam
Or
or
OD green combat shirt and pants for a woodland environment.
It depends because woodland is a very different type of. They have very different shades.
I mean, well, let's not get too technical. Like, I mean,
Sorry,
I think overall it would actually be probably pretty good because, I mean, the multicam is going to cover more of like the brush and stuff down low, which generally is going to be more dead, and then your OD top will hit more of the green stuff. I mean, personally, if I were doing woodland, I would either go all woodland or all green, or I would go with maybe like an M81 woodland. However, multicam though it is pretty much the universal camouflage. Like it does pretty good in most environments, but you know it's not going to excel in let's say bright green stuff. In bright green stuff, a tropic environment. That's why they have multicam tropic. I can't talk. Multicam tropic. If you're in desert, they have the multicam desert now and stuff like that. But overall, I think multicam with the green should work out pretty good for you. I mean, ultimately in Airsoft, camouflage works, but it's not. You're not at the distances where it really works. Like usually, you could still tell the silhouette of someone, but overall, it just helps really a little bit. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think you'll do just fine. Dave Mo, if you are really coming all the way from Ireland, I will have to meet you because my last name is O'Brien, so I am of Irish heritage. Top of the morning to you.
Gavin Connor, do you know if the Crytek Nautilus, I don't know, say that version 2 gearbox is a good base for high speed
Nautilus.
gun?
Nautilus. It's the submarine from 20,000.
Okay, anyway, the gearbox alone is what's comes stock in Crytek guns, so if you're only looking for 2030, so yes, that's pretty much what you're going to get with 11.1. So,
whoa, comments blew up. Yeah.
Deadshot Gaming, you're from Ireland? Top of the morning to you. I don't know how to say that properly.
Top of the morning to you.
JJ's an okay starter gun. For that price, I'd probably get a G&G or Combat Machine. Or Echo 1. Because they upgrade their gearbox.
Yeah, Echo 1s are very solid.
See you guys did there. Okay, when someone asks me what the best first airsoft gun, all those are opinion based. I can tell you the best airsoft gun is an Echo 1 Platinum. I can also tell you the best airsoft gun is a Crytek. But what it is if you need to find out what's your budget, how much you're willing to spend, and the research that you do. If you find what's suitable for you, then that's what you assume is going to be the best airsoft gun.
Multi-gamer, if you come with Stormtrooper armor, you get a firm handshake from myself and Bobby Axman because that would be awesome.
Despite being opposite side, you will get that firm handshake at the same time.
Yeah, because that's just amazing.
Dude, Airsoft Recreation of Fury. We should so do that.
Yeah, but everyone except like one dude dies. That's not fun.
No, like the tank scene.
Are you talking about the moving up, or are you talking about the end scene? Because I was thinking of the end scene of Fury, where it's just like the dudes versus all the Germans.
Just that one.
I'm saying what we should do is an airsoft version of Mad Max Fury Road. Because I saw that movie, and that was amazing. Oh, and also for our friends at BB Wars on the Imperial side, I forgot to bring it, but I picked up an all-weather, outdoor, can take a beating Bluetooth speaker, and I'm planning on blaring some tunes from Mad Max Fury Road while playing, and I don't care if people hear me because it's going to be freaking awesome. Here you go, Mark, multi-camera tan.
I'm preferably a fan of solid colors. Why? Because multicam can go either ways on the field. If you can do milsim, you can go OD or tan. Depends on the event and coordination. But I prefer something like tan colors, so it depicts the difference between tan and OD.
That's one thing I've noticed with multicam is sometimes, I think Bob sees it as a green. I see it as a tan.
See, that was the purpose of multicam.
I know, that's why it works so good. But it could get confusing during during like events where it's like, okay, we're just playing the teams with these colors. Well, sometimes you forget. Well, is multicam green or tan? I can't tell. I mean, obviously, like games like American
We're
Milsim,
talking
it
about
is.
BDUs, not including
Yeah,
gear.
we're not including it. We're just talking about clothing because I mean, I've run tan with black because I only have a black plate carrier. That's all I care about. But yeah, because sometimes where it's just like a pickup game where it's like, all right, multicam's this side and this side. Sometimes it's confusing if you forget. You're like, oh wait, was multicam our team or their team? And it ends up either friendly firing or you kill a bad guy, which is good.
Here's something for you, Bill.
What?
So we all know about Polar Stars, and we all know about what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
To be on the cleaner version of your statement, how would you depict the use of Polar Stars as abusive when you're going like crazy full auto? Don't compare it directly to those I use on AEG, such as myself.
Yeah, no. Well, like here's the thing: is like I don't mind Polar Stars. I like them. I'd like to own one, but the thing is, I'd like to own one in a platform that's like a DMR/sniper or whatever, and then an LMG.
Yeah.
The thing that I personally don't like and I don't agree with is when you get
stupidly short.
Let's say, and let me pull this out. You get a gun like this, but your barrel literally stops right here, and you have no stock on it, and we cranked it on tight. And then you're running like a giant box magazine, and you're running at 40 BBs a second. And you're like, I've had times where I have people like that, and like the game, right as the game begins, they're shooting from the other end of the field, like arcing it, and you're getting hit, and the game hasn't even started yet. Like me personally, that's the thing that bugs me about Polar Stars is when it's like, oh, I'm gonna just make the super stubby high rate of fire thing and just spray and not aim. But that's because I mean I have a different play style. I use a gas gun that only holds 40 rounds, and I prefer running semi-auto. I mean, the thing is, though, I wouldn't mind, like, if I get lit up by, an LMG that's a Polar Star, or I get shot with a DMR, I don't mind because that's what I always felt that they were more designed for. It's when I get lit up by, a 4-inch barrel M4 without a stock that's running a box magazine, and it just like that, and then it's usually from, like, 5 feet away. That's usually when it bugs me, but, I mean, I'm an adult, so I just brush it off and walk off the field. Now, if they ever come out with a, Polar Star that has recoil, I will definitely get an LMG and drop one of those in there. Just because
Polar Star. Imagine this though. Polar Star, recoil, 40 rounds a second.
Well, then they wouldn't be able to aim as well, so I'm fine with that.
No, but imagine your face and cheek going like...
Oh, I mean, it's no different than, I don't know.
Someone wanted to see the 416.
The 416? And it's right there. Someone wanted to see the 416.
I'll play it back on the wall.
I think this was the one that we did for Zero Dark 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zero Dark 30 paint job. Cool. I like that gun. That gun's actually super cool. Flashlight. Yeah, the flashlight does work. I forgot that one. That one does work.
I think that's the real Surefire.
Here you go. Thoughts on sci-fi/futuristic loadouts?
I'm not really into those sci-fi and futuristic loads as much as you guys are, so why don't you lead this discussion?
I really like the sci-fi loadouts. Like, I would love to see, I believe it was the Colonial Marines from Alien. Okay. Have you seen the Aliens movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
From Aliens. That one I always thought was super cool because they had the alien gun and all that stuff. And that one's actually doable. Then, I mean, there's a few other ones that, like, it'd be more difficult to do some of the ones from Star Wars because, like, the guns that they were based off of were World War II guns, but a lot of them they didn't have the original magazines attached.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little bit more difficult for Airsoft. But I'd like to see, Star Wars out on the field. That's always cool. God, there's so many different, like, futuristic stuff I'd like to see. Do a Star Trek with, like, a phaser, but it just sprays BBs.
Yeah, this is why I asked these guys, because they know more about it.
I would love to do a Fallout loadout. A Fallout New Vegas NCR Veteran Ranger. That is the one I would really like to do. You could do it, I mean, get a... You could basically make a sniper rifle, or you could do... I'd probably get like an assault rifle or something like that, like something that gets close to what was in the game. I think they had the Marksman carbine, which is essentially just an M4 with an ACOG and like a really short barrel. So it's funny, it's a Marksman... but it's carbine. It's because it's semi-auto only. I'd love to do that. That would be a lot of fun. I only foresee the only problem is maybe seeing in the Ranger helmet. That might be a little difficult. But
So,
I say, I mean, Airsoft's all about having fun, so I say wear whatever the hell you want.
someone's now let's the Milson game.
Well, yeah, well, because there's rules that, but pickup games, I really don't care.
Two questions. Someone asked if what SVD, King Arms.
Oh, wait, hang on. Mobile infantry loadout, yes.
Yes.
I actually have a mobile infantry patch. I should bring
The
that.
Apex R5 series is an updated, it's upgraded version, and it does seem promising because of its upgraded and reinforced internals. I have to take it apart again, but I can't remember. But
Tired of this game.
oh, I missed it.
No, I saw him. Okay.
Will there be BB Wars next year's coming up from South Africa?
I'm sure there probably will be. I mean, we aren't that far ahead where we're into planning into 2016, but I foresee that we're probably going to be having BB Wars events.
His name's Will Butler, and he has a GI logo for his tag. That's cool.
That is cool.
And he also asked Halo, Master Chief, both battle rifle and assault rifle. I think one of our close buddies, Spartan 117.
Yep, Greg has the assault rifle, which actually I think is really cool because he brought it in and we got to handle it. I think it's very solid.
Yes! This Daniel Johnson will bring his girlfriend Jess as Princess Leia.
That works. Are you as long as you're Han Solo? It'd be weird if you were Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Good talk. I saw one that I wanted to comment on, and I lost it. Where'd it go?
What was the question?
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember. I saw it. I glanced, and then something happened. Whoa! Internet went weird.
No, you did
What'd I do? I broke the internet.
You did full screen.
No, you just did full screen. There we go. Okay, internet's fixed. What is the best LMG that's at most $400? That's not an LMG.
No, someone.
Someone wanted to see it. Okay, I was like, Mark, that's not an LMG, right? I think.
GHK G5.
Let me check real quick because I think we still have.
Price tag.
No, under 400.
How much is price tag? Something, right?
No, it's higher than that. I think.
It's 420. 420.
Under $400. Actually, right now, right at $400, we actually have we have both of them. We have the Echo One Rifle Dynamics HMG, which is based off of the PKM, and then we also do have the A&K PKM for $399. So both of them are right there at $400. I personally really like the PKMs. They're super cool looking, and maybe I think it's just like the Russian simplicity behind them. Like they're just rugged and look like they could be run over by a tank and still run.
Echo and PKM for the wings. Their internals are awesome. So
there you go.
With that.
Let's see.
Chewbacca ghillie suit. That's gonna be freaking hot.
That'd be really hot. Which actually, for all of our friends, remember to hydrate at all the BB Wars events. It is going to be warm. I think I checked the weather for Antioch. I think it's going to be up there in the 90s. I'm actually going to be running a sleeveless green shirt because, it's going to be so hot where I don't even think I'll want to wear a T-shirt. So,
stop moving. Okay, I'm going to answer 3 questions. First question is HPA tapping gas blowbacks. I would go for nay. Why? Because the purpose of green gas is to lubricate the gun as it fires. If you're using HPA, you're drying out the O-rings, therefore causing your gun to malfunction. Not unless you're constantly, which is also hassle to constantly lubricate the gun. Battlefield Hardline criminal loadout. I'm not a big fan of Battlefield Hardline. It was hyped up pretty well, but during the gameplay, I just died. I just didn't want to play.
There was a video that Globalcat put up. Yeah, Charlie put up about is Battlefield Hardline dead? And apparently on PC it seems pretty dead.
Yeah,
which I was surprised. Well, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
People still play Battlefield 4 more actually. You probably still do sometimes, not a lot.
I've been playing Fallout New Vegas mainly, just because sometimes I don't want to get yelled at by 8-year-old kids saying they did stuff to my mother. That's just annoying.
You guys don't know what you're talking about. Would you recommend KW P226 or KW M226? Bill has the KW M226.
I sold it because I wanted a different gun. But I actually really liked the the M226. It always gets confusing because of the copyrights.
Yeah.
But I mean the KWA, you can't go wrong with the KWA. I think where I screwed up was I started using propane in mine. Which the thing is with the KWAs, they're not really designed to handle the propane even when it's properly lubricated. So if you go with the KWA, be sure to use only green gas in that, and you should not have any issues at all. And I mean, overall, I really like it. You have the KJW.
I have the KHW prior to them getting the complete licensing for it, but I've already tuned mine up. So at stock, it was pretty good back in the day. But I just tuned it up because I got bored at home.
Here you go, Mark. There's a question for you.
I saw that. What kind of car do I drive? I have a BMW E36. It's a 1999. I'm a fan of old cars. If I had the money, like I told Bill and other of my friends, if I had the money to buy a Ferrari, I would still buy an older car and restore it. That's just me. I can't. Do
I used to have a 1972 Chevy El Camino. Let me actually see if I can pull a picture and show on camera, which was actually my daily driver from high school up until about my second year in college.
Yeah.
That was a great car. I loved it. I actually recently sold it because, unfortunately, as an adult, you have other responsibilities and other things you have to pay for. So, now I have an '09 Jetta, which I love my Jetta. Thing hauls ass, and it actually handles pretty well. I have so many pictures on my phone.
1972, guys. That's pre-smog. So
yeah,
pre-smog means you don't have to smog just to get
here we
your
go.
license
Let me
or
see if
registration.
that was my car in high school.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Those things
I
got
miss it
torque.
occasionally, but thing is though, it was just such a pain to warm up and because when I had a daily driver that's my Jetta, I'd have to if I wanted to drive it, I was like, okay, and you start at 11 warm up, go to click it in gear, wouldn't shift, like, oh cool, I need to put in a quart of transmission fluid and then do it. And that would almost happen every month because I wasn't driving it as much. So it actually went to a gentleman who drove all the way down from Northern California to buy it. So it's in a good home now, so I don't worry about it. Now I'm kind of more into old German stuff. My dad's got an old Porsche, which I love. And also I'd like to get a Ducati motorcycle.
To bring us back on track, the airsoft though, since you guys asked that question, I always tell others it's one thing to know how to bolt on aftermarket parts to a car, but it's another thing to know how they all work together and why they work together. So when people ask me, "Oh, how does your gun do that?" or "How do you tune that?" It's because I know and understand the physics behind how everything works, how mostly everything, works in the gearbox. At least the main components. There's more fine tuning that can be done. I'm still learning, but then that's what you can use to make a better performing gun out there. That's why Bill has his LM4. That's why he has his DMR M16 the way it's designed, because it's tuned for those specifications.
Which actually something I need to do is I need to drop in some new parts and get the FPS up on the
exactly.
M16.
That's the glory of working on things.
Here's one: RPK versus PKM. Which would you use?
That's a good question.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, please do.
I would go PKM just because I would want to wear OD pants, bloused into my boots, shirtless with 2 belts of fake bullets across my chest, running around like crazy Ivan. That is the reason why I would love to have a PKM.
I wouldn't use either because I'm a very small dude. Although I have the tendency to be able to lift a lot of weight. But I'd still run the normal. If you're playing Battlefield, it would be like the assault class, your standard carbine and whatnot, because that's what I feel is more optimal for my type of gameplay and whatnot. So Ducati.
Yes, I know Ducati. I really want. I think my first bike I'm gonna and a '69 GTO, very solid choice. I like those. I think my first choice in terms of a Ducati, I'm gonna probably go with a Monster. Probably like a 796. I think that's the size. Because you can get them used for actually a very good price. And the thing is, it'd be my first bike, and I didn't want to go with like a Honda CBR 600 or something like that. Like the Monsters aren't as fast, but damn it, they look good and they sound good. And the thing is, I'm not going to be really racing the bike. It's going to be for cruising around town.
Okay, I got 3 of them. 3 quick ones. XT60s or versus Deans. I would choose Deans. Why? Because batteries are more available in Deans. Although I do know how to solder.
What the hell's an XT60?
It's another connect. I'll show you later.
Well, show me on charger when we leave.
Yeah. Will you sign? I'm not going to game pod. I presume he's talking to Bill. Will you sign his helmet even though it's on the Rebel side?
Yeah, no, sure, no problem. That's not a problem at all.
Someone asked me, "Do what think of electric pistols?" I think they're pretty cool. They're pretty handy. But
dude, the GAT.
The GAT
is cool.
That's still
considered a pistol.
Pistol technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you're referring to those really small, normal size pistol. I'm not a fan of those.
Will there be Winter BB Wars? I'm sure there will be.
Reading what is versus told what is good.
What? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, that's Brian.
Ferrari versus Lamborghini.
That's debatable. It depends on which Ferrari and which.
Overall, as a brand, in terms of let's look at the span of all of their different vehicles. Which one?
I'd probably go Ferrari.
I'd
go the aerodynamics.
I'd go Lamborghini.
Okay.
I like the really old ones where before they had the
old ones. Yeah, I thought we were talking about the new ones.
Any of them. I'd love to have the old ones where when the doors open, they were designed to look like the horns of a bull.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think that's the Miura. I believe that's the Miura. I've actually seen them in person. I've been to Jay Leno's garage multiple times. He's got 2 of them.
He has nice cars.
They are beautiful. And actually, of all the cars he has there, I'd take the McLaren F1
Yeah, I would get the GTR. I think it's a McLaren GTR, F1 GTR or P1
Yes,
GTR, whatever it's called.
it's parked next to the F1. That one's cool. It's
That's
the one where
cool.
it's actually a hybrid.
Yes, that
Yes,
one.
that
That's
one.
cool.
That one's actually I might take that one. That was cool. Back to
And
BB
okay,
Wars.
Spartan R stuff. For pistols, what is better, green gas or CO2? Now that can go different ways. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on your environment. If you're a cold weather airsoft player, you want to stick close to CO2. Why? Because of the gas efficiencies. For green gas, it's much more efficient when it's warmed up because it's chemical nature. So it all depends. But if you like either or, you can run either or in different situations. You expect different performances though. So that's my thought. Bill, if you want to implement, if not, we can just move on.
I mean, you pretty much nailed it. Green gas is better for like indoors or really warm environments. CO2 is good for colder environments, outdoor. I have a CO2 just because I sometimes get tired of the green gas and I wanted to change it up.
All right, 2 questions. Should I use a G&G combat machine for Milsim? Yes.
Go for it. You can use
course.
whatever you want at a Milsim event. Like, if you can rock and roll someone who spent like thousands of dollars on a gun with a G&G combat machine, like that's the thing. It's not about the gun. It's about the operator. I just used the term operator.
Bugatti or Alfa Romeo? Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo. I don't like the looks of Bugattis. I mean, I really do not like the Veyron. I hate it.
It's like a big butt.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, oh, we're the fastest car in the world. Guess what? The McLaren F1 held the record at like what 248 or something like that for like 20 years.
I know.
And it's like, oh well, and that was with a naturally aspirated BMW V12. The Bugatti has a W16 with 4 turbochargers.
The car's really heavy too.
Yeah. Oh no, it handles like crap.
Yeah. So what's the difference between the driver and the car is you can have the fastest car in the world, but if you can't drive it,
It doesn't matter.
I bet someone guarantee with a slower car, when it hits the apex, it will take over you and beat you.
I guarantee a Formula One driver could beat me in like a Honda Civic and me driving an F1 car because I would probably spin out every time in that thing.
Okay. Someone asked AEG versus gas blowback. We did a live show on that. We also did our video as to why AEG versus gas blowback. I believe Bill and I are on our live show too. So check that out. That'll provide you a bunch of insights and stuff.
Yeah, it comes down to honestly personal preference on that one.
Yeah,
I went to gas blowback just because I wanted a challenge essentially. I saw one. Okay, there's a few questions about BB Wars I want to answer. First one is for BB Wars this weekend. Does the headgear, such as helmets or hats, need to match the uniform of your team? Also, what can we expect operation orders for this weekend? Hopefully, we should be getting the orders out to you guys very soon. Those are being finalized by the Axeman. Another one is someone was asking, and also on the headgear, it could be any color. It's just, it's recommended if you match, just so it's easier for identification.
It's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory. What you can always do, though, if you want to make sure that it's easier for people to identify you, is what I've done with my helmet is get duct tape in the color team you're playing for, and then you can cut it into different shapes and plaster all over your helmet so you can clearly tell what color you are. The other one I saw is, what do you guys think of rubber knives, and are there any rules on them? For BB Wars. First thing is, we're fine with rubber knives and props and stuff like that. Don't throw them, hit people hard, etc. If you have a knife and you sneak up with someone, you just tap them like on the shoulder. Don't like go behind them and pretend to slit their throat or anything like that. So knives are fine, just no throwing. Don't be aggressive with them. They're just tap them, then it's a knife kill. And I think that was the only question there. So there you go.
Say my name. Trigger response versus rate of fire.
Trigger response.
But you can do both.
You can. Well,
you can do both on the AEG.
On the AEGs. Like gas blowbacks are very limited. But gas blowbacks actually technically have an instantaneous trigger response because it's gas. All AEGs technically do have a very slightly rev up time, but
it depends.
It's not
so much characteristics between how it's made.
Yeah.
I think you should elaborate more on that question as to what he was expecting.
Are gun bags a waste of money? Absolutely not.
Heck no, I have so many gun bags. Why? Because safety is important.
You have to have them. Anytime you want to transport a firearm or an airsoft gun. My always thought is that you can never have too many gun bags. I have a gun case and a gun bag in my house, and I have only a few airsoft guns, and it's a double gun bag too, so I could carry everything in those. And anytime I need another one, I can just borrow one from someone. But yeah, no, gun bags definitely not a waste of money.
Condor Sentry plate carrier, yes, it's a good plate carrier. Actually, some of our military overseas uses Condor, so pretty damn good.
Someone says, are smoke grenades allowed at BB Wars?
It depends.
It depends on the field. BB Wars, the one that's happening up in Northern California, they are not allowed.
It's indoor, that's why.
Yeah, because it's indoor. And as for X Zone, I don't believe they are allowing it. D14, I am not 100% on. I'd say, depending on which one you're going to, contact the field. Say you're going to the event and you want to find out if smoke grenades are okay. That's what I'd recommend because it's ultimately up to the field and not up to us.
D14, last time I was there, we used smoke grenades.
Yeah, I think it depends on, honestly, I think it depends on how dry the area is. I think, I mean, they've had plenty of rain, so I think a D14 is okay, but call and make sure before you buy anything or bring them out or anything like that.
Nothing new on the law in California, so if you're still airsofting, go for it. Keep going at it. Even if it does, I'm still going to play. And it's just simple stuff that they're just requesting. I mean, what are they asking you to tape around the pistol grip, trigger guard, and magazine? Which is like simple.
Well, the magazine, I don't mind the magazine because a lot of people use tape to identify them.
I mean,
pistol grip's going to be covered. And what was the other one?
Trigger
guard? You can't see the trigger guard.
I know, so
not too big. If it actually happens, all that stuff, like, it's fine. But we are actually winding down. I think we have time for maybe one more question, and then
before we get to that last question, if you guys have any more questions regarding certain capability stuff, an email, Facebook message, the main Airsoft GI Facebook page, and then I will get to it as soon as I can.
Here we go. Final question. Cost versus UFS. Obvious question for me.
I'm going to go with Bill, whatever Bill goes to that, because I have...
Cost pride, because Cost has the cooler logo and is green, and green is awesome. So anyway, thanks for joining us today on June 23rd of 2015 for our live show. Once again, I'm Bantha Bill, and this is Mark from Marketing. Get it? Mark from Marketing. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, 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 bye. Mark, how do I turn this thing off now? Bye, 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 bye. Which button?
Left tab.
This one? This one?
No, tab.
This one?
Yes,
bye, 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 bye. Oh, that's how I turn it off. All right. See you guys.